Well, dang, I think we definitely need to try Mr. Weenie for lunch. So it looks like this is a classic drive-in style restaurant. It actually says turn on lights for service. I guess we turn on our headlights and they know that we want some food. Alright, so it worked. I just turned on the headlights and the lady came in, took my order. Alright, let's try our Mr. Weenie here. We are still, oh my gosh, we are still close enough to Chicago to get a Chicago dog that is packed with Chicagoland toppings there. You got the beef hot dog, you got a full-size pickle right there. I think they call them sports peppers, little tiny peppers, and then lots of relish, onions, mustard. Let's give this a try. Oh, so many different flavors. Also got the poppy seed bun, but I'd give a thumbs up to Mr. Weenie. It's always spicy. Look at those peppers on it, but I love the beef hot dog too. So it's a quality Chicago hot dog, just a few hours south of Chicago. Oh yeah, where am I? I haven't done my intro yet. I'm sorry. Let's do my intro right now. Hey you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the north. More specifically, we are in Peru, Indiana, and we are currently eating a hot dog. So I'm heading towards Columbus, Ohio to check out an Oddities and Curiosities Expo. The first one this year that I've been able to attend. So I'm traveling from the Chicago area to the Columbus area. And I stopped off here, like I mentioned before, in Peru, Indiana. Now Peru, Indiana is famous for being a circus wintering area, much like Gibsonton, Florida. This was a place for circus performers to live in the off season. A little curious on why they would stay in Indiana during the winter season, because you get brutal winters here in Indiana, but nonetheless, it is a town that celebrates its circus heritage. They do have an International Circus Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, that is not currently open. However, they do have a really cool museum here, the Miami County Museum. I've been here before, but that was actually before I was making videos. So I really like this museum, so we're gonna check this out. Please, follow me. This section over here is dedicated to Cole Porter, who was a musician from Peru, Indiana. We have all these beautiful pieces of wood carvings from circus wagons on the walls of the museum. Check out this over here. It's got the cherub band playing instruments. This is a fishing boat here, made out of a poplar log. Pretty big boat. It's a really cool stagecoach that was used in the circus there. It's like the bright paintings on it. Native American shooting a bow and arrow there on the door. And this stagecoach here is actually used in the 1893 Chicago's World Fair to actually transport Spanish royalty. These women here are in morning gowns. See this stagecoach here. It's the cowboy emblazoned on the door. Oh, look at this over by the wheel. A giant sea turtle. Oh no, it says right on the shell here, this was a 200-pound sea turtle and it was used to make turtle soup. Oh no, they used his meat to make turtle soup. A big box of taxidermied birds here. See the stork there. And it appears that the owl is king of the birds. Some Native American artifacts right here. And then back here, there's something you do not see all that often. That is a taxidermied bald eagle. Wow. And here is the car that belonged to Cole Porter. Here's a exhibit on women's suffrage, women campaigning for the right for women to be able to vote. The different suffragettes. And then a big old moose head right there. A lot of different items in this museum. Over here we have mastodon bones, which I recently learned mastodons and woolly mammoths, two completely different animals, but they're both relatives of the elephant. Here we have a old fire hose cart. It actually has its history written on the sides. Used in Niagara, New York. Sold to Akron, Ohio, sold to Indianapolis, sold to Peru. On July 4th, same was demonstrated by Indianapolis firemen. The big old eagle right there. This one's not bald. Some hats and hat boxes. Oh, look at this. Some wedding dresses back here. A wedding dress exhibit on the different mannequins there. Here's the Walker Armament Gallery. I think yes, this is the gun room. Guns, guns, guns. Guns, 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 guns. There we have some powder horns. And oh, look at this. We have a soldier's head. Alright, so we're going to floor 3. It says they have the Circus Heritage exhibit. Okay. Pretty amazing circus exhibit up here from the different circuses that were based out of Peru. The Walsh Brothers Circus. This is Kittyland. It's got the clown and 2 elephants on it. Some more of these wood carvings from the wagons. This is the Trained Animal Show. There's a model of a fun house. It says the Wiggle Laugh, Wiggle Laugh. If you enter the fun house, you're there. It looks like they actually got some sideshow banners out here in front. These are elephant training tools. You see the whip right there, and these are bull hooks. They're used to guide the elephants. I believe this is a elephant's hat right there. This wall of miniature circus wagons. Hagenbeck Wallace Circus. Little animal cart with lions in it. Have some clown costumes over here. Some figures of Emmett Kelly Jr., very famous clown. And here is the clown outfit of his son, Pat Kelly. That classic hobo clown with the ragged coat, disheveled tie. The clown outfit there made of like old potato sacks. And you can see the clown makeup case. It has nose putty. It's got 2 fake ears, some grease paint. And here's a lion tamer's jacket. It's made out of thick leather. You can actually see the stitches there, where possibly a lion may have scratched, or a tiger would have scratched the wearer of this jacket. Another lion taming outfit there with the pith helmet. And look what we have here. These are Robert Wadlow's overalls. Shows how big they are. You can see the 8'11" marked there on the ruler. See another clown outfit there, the big puffy suit. And here is the skull of Charlie the elephant. You hear a lot from back in the golden days of the circus about elephants turning on their trainers, or elephants going on rampages and then being executed themselves. Well, Charlie the elephant says he took his trainer, or his trainer took him to the river, and Charlie drowned his trainer in the river. As you know, sometimes circus elephants, they get sick of people, they get sick of being told what to do, and they will take it out on their trainers. So in retaliation, they shot Charlie. It says you can still see the bullet holes in his skull. You can't see them as well because they have the headdress here on Charlie. This is his headdress, his skull, his tusks. But there you can see the bullet holes right there and there, where they shot Charlie to death. And you can see that little picture there. There's Charlie in better days. Like I mentioned, there is a lot of elephants through history that have been executed for attacking people. We have poor Charlie the elephant here. As I mentioned, there are a lot of elephants that have been executed over the years for attacking people. We have Charlie the elephant here. We have Mary the elephant in Irwin, Tennessee, who crushed her trainer's head and then was hung by the neck, which is an insane way to execute an elephant. And there was Topsy the elephant, who was executed by electrocution in Coney Island, New York. And Hero the elephant, who was not a hero, he actually killed someone, and then an entire town of people chased him around for like 24 hours shooting him. So yeah, a long history of very sad elephant executions in this country. These big statues here are labeled Chinese Buddha. This is a blanket for a camel. I guess when you ride a camel, you'd put that over its humps, but you gotta watch out. They're unpredictable. Different circus posters here. The Cells Floto Circus, the greatest educational feature of all time. Monster sea elephant. Tremendous living, breathing giant of the sea. All right, go down to floor number 2. Like different little storefronts here with exhibits inside. There's parachute boots and bag. I guess this guy is dressed up to go to Alaska back in 1907. We have our school teacher in here. Oh, she's teaching a lesson. Cat, frog, dog, jog, hog, bog, mouse, and house. I guess she's teaching about rhyming. Back there, that old map. She teaches a little geography as well. Over here, got quite a nice little freak animal exhibit. Got this 2-headed calf, very, very tiny little 2-headed calf, and then a Siamese pig there. You see it's got 1 head, 2 bodies. Very fascinating specimen there. And this big jackrabbit. Look at that jackrabbit's feet. I don't know, that seems to be larger than normal feet. Is this a freak rabbit because it's got such big feet? Here's the hair salon. Back when you'd have a giant machine come down over your head. And I don't know, did it dry your hair? I'm not sure what that thing actually did to your hair. This one though is even more crazy. You see all these like wires and clips that actually each clips to different parts of your hair. And again, I don't know exactly what it accomplishes, but it is a crazy device. The dentist chair right there. Now I guess I am old enough to remember this. I don't know how many other people remember this, but you used to spit. Like spitting at the dentist's office used to be a big deal. They'd like do the procedure and you just wait for your opportunity to finally spit. And you spit into this special spit hole here. Now they don't let you spit anymore. I guess spitting is not sanitary. So they suck it out of your mouth with a hose. And then down here, it looks like a tooth collection, different implants. Looks like there's some actual teeth in there. Chunks of dentures have all been preserved in that frame. Here we have a moonshine still. Just to get the whole story written here on the side of the still. The St. Louis still says it was taken from a farmer of Bloomington, Indiana. He was arrested by state police and federal officers for operating a still. And they still do have circuses here in Peru. This is the Circus City Center, an arena where they can continue having circuses. Oh, there it is. Oh, it looks like they're having an event called Murder Under the Big Top. Sounds interesting. Definitely love stopping and checking out these small town museums. They have a very interesting one here in Peru, Indiana. There's actually some other things I wanted to check out today, so we're going to continue driving through Indiana on our way to Columbus. Stopped off here at Swayze Elementary School here in Swayze, Indiana, to visit a true Indiana icon, Mr. Garfield. Yes, Garfield himself, the creator of Garfield, Jim Davis, was born in Grant County, Indiana, where we currently are standing. They have different statues around the different towns here in Grant County. Here we have a basketball-themed Garfield with a scoreboard, and he even has a basketball hoop on which he can dunk in. And remember, kids, stay off Garfield. Don't climb all over Garfield. Just let him be. He likes lasagna. I've never quite understood why a cat would eat lasagna. I mean, if you gave your cat lasagna, you're not a very good pet owner. That's not appropriate food for a cat. Stopped off in Jonesboro, Indiana, where the main street is still paved with bricks. As we walk over here to the Jonesboro City Hall. And here we have firefighter Garfield in front of the fire hydrant. It's really interesting how universally beloved Garfield has become. It's funny when the creator Jim Davis, who's from this part of the country, talks about Garfield. He states that he had basically created him as a advertising icon, that he, I guess, based the popularity of Garfield on Snoopy from Charlie Brown, saw the immense popularity and figured he could do the same, and he did. Created a cat that would bring in millions, if not billions of dollars. Just that, I don't know, what is it? What is it that people love about Garfield? Is it just because he is the perfect advertising icon, or is it something much deeper? I missed the Easter parade. You know, I don't think I've ever been to an Easter parade. I've been to a Christmas parade. I've been to Halloween parade. I don't think I've been to an Easter parade. You can feel those bricks rumbling under the car. Last we meet, King of Pizza. Come over to the next town over, Gas City, Indiana. Here in front of the Gas City Public Library. It always confused me as a kid when they used V's instead of U's, but I guess it's pretty cool. And here we have the Garfield of Gas City. It says that it was named Gas City because of natural gas that was found there. I guess that is a tower used to mine natural gas. But Garfield here is blowing glass. This is a glass blower Garfield. I'm unsure exactly why he's blowing glass. I mean, it's Gas City, it's not Glass City. But yeah, see, it says Garfield honors the natural gas boom and the glass industry. So apparently it is Glass City. Glass-Gas City. They harvest natural gas and they blow pieces of glass. Ironically enough, we're gonna stop and get some gas here in Gas City. Gas was $3.99 a gallon. That's not the worst I've seen. We've come another town over to Fairmount, Indiana, where they still have brick streets as well. We're here at the Fairmount Historical Society. Unfortunately, they're closed. We're not going to be able to visit the museum today, but we do have another Garfield. Now you see, Fairmount is actually the home of Jim Davis, the creator of Garfield. But it is also the home, if you can tell by what he's wearing, the home of James Dean. You can see that they do have the world's largest collection of James Dean's belongings here, so maybe sometime we'll come back and see James Dean's collection. But yes, the mashup of the two most famous entities from this part of Indiana, Garfield mixed with James Dean. He's got that famous James Dean jacket on there. Also in September, they have James Dean Fest. And I figured since we were in town here in Fairmount, Indiana, we should stop by and check out the gravesite of Mr. James Dean, who is buried here. He died in 1955. You can see there's lots of lipstick spots marked where people have kissed the grave. Reminds me quite a bit of the Marilyn Monroe grave in Hollywood. It actually looks like there's some lipstick right there that you can put on if you want to kiss the grave of this iconic movie star that died a very young death. He was very young. Now I find this very interesting. There is James Dean's grave right there, and then across the road I see something interesting up ahead. Look at this. This is not James Dean's grave, but it is a James Dean grave, a James Dean shaped gravestone. They have Shirley Ann Blakely buried here. It says William Dilbert, likely her spouse. It looks like he is still alive. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know, maybe they were fans of James Dean, or if they're maybe they are relatives of James Dean. I don't know. I'm not sure why they have a James Dean shaped gravestone in the same graveyard that James Dean is buried. It's a pretty cool station wagon up there on a pole. Oh, here we have a Fridge's Big Boy. These are more commonly seen in Ohio. I don't know if I've seen a Fridge's in Indiana or not. The Big Boy itself looks a little different than the standard Big Boy. He's got kind of a running motion to him. And we have landed here in Uranus, Indiana. Now, if you've been following my channel, I visited Uranus, Missouri just not too long ago. It is a compound on Route 66 that includes a fudge shop, a freak show museum, and other great bits of amusement. And they actually bought a candy store out here in the town of Anderson, Indiana, and extended the Uranus brand all the way out here to Uranus, Indiana. So very excited to see the second chapter in the Uranus saga. Over here we have a familiar sight, the alien box. It says caution, stay back, danger, but it also says pet the alien. This used to be out in front of the Uranus jail in Missouri. I think this was there last time I went there, so they've transported it already. Can you see? I think I see an alien hand in there. I'm probably gonna get blasted with compressed air is what I imagine. Oh yes. Terrifying. Says pucker up in Uranus. I guess this is a kissing booth. You see Tiffany there, one of their Uranus characters. Text Tiffany to this number. Let's see what happens. It says Miss Tiffany left you hanging in Uranus. What's... Oh, okay. It took us to the Uranus webpage there with links to all their different ventures. But without further ado, let's head inside the Uranus Fudge Factory here in Indiana. It says, welcome to Uranus. Best fudge comes from Uranus. As the spaceship here says, off to probe Uranus. Let's head in.
Yeah, of course. Welcome to Uranus!
Hello! Loads of classic candy here. These are Circus peanuts. They're like a hard little candy peanut. Does anyone like those? They also have sour balls. So it says coming soon in Uranus. We have a new playground as well as a mini golf course. It says there's always something more to see in Uranus. You can see the alien-like creatures there. It looks like they're riding a Ferris wheel with some ice cream. Oh, this trash can here looks like a delicious bucket of popcorn. So instead of popcorn, there's trash and garbage inside of it. Now they have the Sideshow Museum in Uranus, Missouri. Here in Uranus, Indiana, we do have a little taxidermied mouse circus down here. This rat here is dressed like the mayor of Uranus. So I've never actually had the pleasure of meeting, but the mayor of Uranus dresses like that when he does his mayoral appearances. We have a rat strongman there, a rat magician with the cards bursting out of the hat. This little squirrel there riding a bicycle. Some more rats there on the tightrope. There is a daredevil rat jumping through a ring of fire. Don't know what that is. I think that's some sort of two-headed rat beast in a cage. Then we got the sword swallower here. It looks a little bit like Cat, the sword swallower that they have in Uranus, Missouri. Little clown rat there as well. See, there's a hamster there being shot out of a cannon, and someone on the tightrope. Yeah. There's a hamster being shot out of a cannon. We have some trapeze artists there, and they're doing a little stacking act there on top of a giant squirrel. And here we have our old buddy Zoltar. But look at this. I think this may be a first. Zoltar now takes credit cards.
The great Zoltar here. Listen to this, your fortune, for I tell you it is true. The smallest good deed is better than the grandest intention. Take it from me, the great Zoltar. Intending shall get you nowhere, but doing, yes, that will bring you much reward. Provide Zoltar more treasure, and I will provide you with the depths of wisdom.
We have some delightful hillbilly items. The hillbilly shot glass is made of wood. Instead of glass, they're made of wood. We have the hillbilly weather nuts. That's pretty silly. And then what's this? Oh, we have the hillbilly calculator, which is toes. And some complaint department mouse traps. Oh, this is a hillbilly cell phone here. It's a flip phone. You gotta flip it open. It says directions: go to top of hill, face direction of call, take deep breath and yell, wait for reply, if no answer, wait for signal. Here we are in Gnome Man's Land. Here's a shirtless gnome drinking a beer. Here's a gnome that has drank too many beers. A beer theme here with the gnomes, although this gnome here, he's gone crazy from not having beer. No TV, no beer, make gnome something something. It's a game of gnomes gnome at the top. And here, this is a porch pirate gnome. He's stealing Amazon packages. It says, no more packages. Here we have another Uranus alien riding on a bicycle there with some Venus flytraps. Now, this, I don't know, for some reason, that's kind of funny. It says bad. Well, that's not a good sign. Some various Uranus themed shirts, the Uranus Fudge Factory shirt, and the Uranus Liquors. And here is a sideshow poster of the mayor of Uranus. There he is, firing guns in the air with a bald eagle on his shoulder. They have different items made out of fudge. See the fudge footballs right here. They're footballs. Then over here we have some chocolate handcuffs. I've heard of golden handcuffs, but not chocolate handcuffs. And that's a pretty cool little robot trash can there. Beep boop, beep boop. This is the Uranus Space Force Academy. Let's see what is inside there. Oh, there's aliens, various aliens. You can see the flying spaghetti monster right there, as well as some other interesting creatures. Here's the entrance to the restrooms. See the sign there, best seat in the house. Please remain seated, because there is a squid monster in the toilet. Some sort of alien flight attendant. You can see the mural there of Uranus with the mayor out in front, and spaghetti monster on the roof, dinosaur creeping around there. Looking at the actual fudge here. So that's the mayor's there. It's got candy corn in the fudge. And then this over here, I guess this is the mayor's second favorite. It's the mayor's number 2. Their own newspaper, the Uranus Examiner. Oh look, there's the rabbit from Henry's Rabbit Ranch. That's also on Route 66 there. Heading over here to pay for our fudge. You can see the cow being abducted there. Now coming around back here, it looks like they are starting to transport some of the fiberglass statues over here from Missouri. You can see the dinosaur there, but also you can see the statue of Tiffany there. Statue was actually made by Mark Klein. Originally, I think I saw this, they had it in the back when I was in Missouri. It looks like they've transported it here to Indiana to put up. Just another dinosaur, as well as a pirate ship there. And look over here, we got the Statue of Liberty and a NASA astronaut. So I did get a piece of fudge here at Uranus, Indiana. I got the blueberry cheesecake fudge. This was recommended by the girl at the counter. So that it's actually made with real blueberries. Very soft fudge there. Ooh. It is very, that is a very nice blueberry taste and a cheesy cream cheese taste as well. So that's very tasty. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to continue on tonight to Columbus. Got the Oddities and Curiosities convention tomorrow in Columbus. We've been looking forward to attending one of these this year. Thank you so much for your support. If you like these videos, please subscribe to let you know when new videos are coming out. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more. We'll get you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also selling a brand new enamel pin in the Etsy shop. You can check in the description. All that information is there. And all that just helps keep this train on the tracks, this boat on the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.